At my output, I should be hitting 17 miles per hour. The force keeps pushing me back, a relentless, overpowering wave. This kind of wind is an unknown quantity. You can't see it. You can't track its movement. You can only feel it as it kicks sand in your face. In front of me, Dad's not moving either. His eyes are focused on the road, and he's streamlined his body to reduce resistance. He looks like he's standing still. You'd be surprised at the debris that collects on a desert highway. Throw in hurricane-force winds, and you've got dead birds, strips of big rigs' torn tires, scraps of farm equipment, tumbleweeds, and drifts of sand. You've got microscopic rocks and dust pelting your face. Of course, there are the dead deer, snakes, and armadillos. All you can do is navigate and hope for the best. Meteorologists confirm that this region of the U.S. gets the highest convection and most severe storms as anywhere in the world. Something to do with the warm Gulf of Mexico, the Rockies, and the high plains creating the perfect conditions for severe weather. We might not have been moving very fast, but the big rigs ripping past with their 500 horsepower engines tore the shirt off my back. I couldn't hear them until they were right next to me. They emerged from the dusty highway, first a small dot, a wavering heat signature, and then towering above me for a split second, 80,000 pounds of rubber and steel and cargo, blasting our socks off. I'd catch a glimpse of the drivers' faces in my mirror, with their ball caps and tired eyes, leaning into the landscape, feeling the speed, perhaps the enormity of their journey, their eyes focused on some distant thought, delivering cattle or tomatoes or grain or gasoline or light bulbs to the far reaches of the country. When you consider the geography of landmass, the wide prairies, dry riverbeds, and jagged peaks, the scale reframes your place on the planet. Then if you place yourself on a road that traverses that landmass, lycra shorts and a jacket as your only buffer, you've got the makings of an epic journey. That morning at the RV park, I stepped out of our trailer and watched thunderstorms gather in the distance. A thin line of mountains defined the horizon, where a layer of clouds dumped rain onto flat peaks and hidden mesas covered with miles of prairie grass. I could smell the moisture rolling across the plains 100 miles out. I felt the movement of land, like watching an ocean filled with whales, as they surfaced and lumbered beneath an endless sky. This physical hardness, its vastness softened by pastel edges, seemed like a mouth that could swallow me whole, lure me into a bleak world where I would never return. With FA, there's always going to be an external power in my life, a force that acts with impunity. Whether I'm faced with a disease, an inevitable life sentence, or a desert wind blowing across a landmass, I have to learn how to face those conditions. I struggled to accept this simple fact. I wanted to ignore my predicament, deny its existence, but it kept coming. No matter how much I tried to reject the presence of my disease, it kept coming. Every time I resisted its certainty, it kept coming. I'd like to say a solution manifested beneath that Texas sun, but it didn't. I'd like to say that I was ready to meet this force head-on, but I wasn't. I'd like to announce the growth of imminent purpose, but it didn't happen. I still had no idea what the hell I was doing, but I was doing something. Yesterday, we passed the turnoff to Marlow, where actor James Dean shot Giant, his last movie. He died soon after when his Porsche 550 Spyder slammed into a Ford Tudor sedan on a California country road south of Salinas. It's a great detour, that rolling highway through California hills, with cows and oak trees, farms and valleys, but apparently too narrow for a high-powered German race car and an American clunker. Starring Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor, Giant allowed James Dean his last opportunity to play another tragic, disaffected youth. And Dean played the part to perfection. His character defied the expectations of the day, to get a job, settle down, toe the line, and shut your mouth. Although it didn't end well for the character in the movie, I wasn't going to live the rest of my life by towing the line either.